You might be wondering how he could be laughing. The same person that's been so open about his mental health issues is the same person who's cracking jokes left and right. It seems contradictory and wrong almost, but there's always a method to the madness. Depression affects millions of people every year. Death occurs in all of our lives. Sadness is inevitable for all. In any of these instances, any one of you could have been the victim. In order to alleviate the pain, we use coping mechanisms. Humor is one of the most common modes of healing. Biologically and socially speaking, humor is one of the best and most effective coping mechanisms, as it affects more than just the sufferer and can leave a lasting impact on the sufferer's lives. First, I will begin by explaining some of the effects that humor can have on the body. Then, I will mention instances in which humor can extensively help illness. And finally, I will mention how many people are already using humor as a coping mechanism, specifically Generation Z, those who were born in the mid-1990s through the mid-2000s. Humor has positive physical effects on the body and can help one to physically heal. Laughter gives your body a boost and can help improve your physical state. According to Steve Wilson, an MA, CSP, and psychologist, laughter has similar effects to those of exercising. When you laugh, the muscles in your face stretch, giving your face a workout instead of when you're sad, and it stretches your muscles down. Stretching them out is good for your face, but pulling on them and tensing them is not good for your face. According to William Fry, a researcher of the effects of laughter on the body, he noted that it took 10 minutes on a rowing machine for his heart rate to reach the same level that it was at after laughing for just 1 minute. Also, Maciej Bukowski, a researcher at Vanderbilt University. And according to Maciej Bukowski, a researcher at Vanderbilt University, laughing burns calories. Laughing for up to 10 to 15 minutes can burn up to 50 calories. And although it's not meant to replace exercise, it definitely has positive impacts on your body, enough for you to want to laugh more and be happy more. It can help you heal physically, mentally, emotionally, always. Laughter also increases immunity by increasing your number of antibodies. And this way it also decreases stress cells and it can relieve physical tension for up to 45 minutes. Laughter has social and mental benefits as well. Laughter diffuses anger and stress and can help to remove bitterness from a situation, which helps unite people in conflict. If you and your friend are having an argument and it's getting kind of tense and you're not comfortable with it, you can try cracking a little joke or making a joke out of the situation, so then you both have something to laugh about because you're both relating to it. And that diffuses stress and diffuses the situation, essentially. And while you're laughing, laughter triggers the endorphins in your brain, which is the happy or feel-good chemical that is in your brain. So in that situation, when you and your friend are laughing, the chemicals are being released, calming you down, literally, biologically calming you down. Laughter also stops distressing emotions, such as the ones you may have been feeling in that argument, anxiety, anger, sadness. And laughter increases your energy and makes you more focused, so you can focus on finding a solution to the problem that you're both arguing over. It also gives you more energy to talk it out and, like I said, focus. Laughter also creates psychological distance, which means that you and your friend are distancing your distressing emotions from each other. So instead of them being closer and closer and closer until impact and conflict, they are spacing out. This makes the situation less tense and less threatening, which makes it easier for you to talk to them and reach a conclusion and a resolution. Laughing also pulls people together because obviously when you're joking with someone, you feel a bond and you feel closer. And this also eliminates the feeling of isolation and loneliness, which is something that impacts people with mental health and impacts people with mental illness and impacts people without mental illness, because no one likes to be lonely or feel isolated greatly. Now that I've informed you about humor affecting your body, I will inform you about how humor alleviates illness. Sometimes humor is actually the best medicine. As I told you previously, humor has physical effects on the body, so it should be no surprise that humor can help your physical health as well. A 2008 experiment showed that eczema sufferers had clearer complexions after laughing consistently. And in another experiment, it was shown that laughing reduces welts for those who suffer from outbreaks due to allergies. Research has even proven that laughter stimulates our immune system and helps us fight viruses, colds, and even cancer. In fact, it's being theorized that a negative attitude can contribute to cancer, possibly. And cancer survivors often give credit to their positive attitude for their recovery from cancer and survivor of cancer, or survival from the cancer. Humor has been used in general hospitals and psychiatric wards. It's mostly used as a treatment for those with severe mental illnesses such as post-traumatic stress disorder, severe depression disorder, obsessive compulsive disorder, severe anxiety, and severe trauma and panic disorder. And although humor is used as part of the treatment, traditional treatments and medicines, of course, are still instilled with the patient as they need it. Humor helps the patient become comfortable in the new environment because it relaxes, like biologically, it relaxes you, it relaxes your muscles, relaxes your mind, releases the endorphins. It just makes the patient feel much safer and secure. It helps the victim to also cope with the symptoms that they're facing, especially because many of them feel guilty about their symptoms and the impulses that they feel because of their mental illness. So humor helps to relieve the stress that they feel and relieve the guilt. It provides a sense of empowerment for the humor, provides a sense of empowerment for the patient, because in these instances, the patients tend to feel as if they're dependent on their therapist or whoever is treating them, the doctor, the warden of the psychiatric department. It alleviates various symptoms. The humor alleviates various symptoms of various types of disorders, while medicine would specifically target the symptoms of, let's say, depression. Depression medicine would not have the same impact on someone suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder or someone suffering from schizophrenic disorder. No. But humor, since it's a biological, it has an effect on everyone pretty much the same biologically. It can help relieve various symptoms, like for someone with anxiety or one of those illnesses that would cause anxiety, it relieves that. Physically relieves like the tension in the muscles and the anxiety, the distressing emotions. For someone who feels as if they don't feel emotions, such as a schizophrenic, whenever you laugh, the chemicals released in your brain literally force your body to feel happiness. In this way, humor helps those illnesses and disorders. When a patient laughs or responds to humor, this is an indicator of progress through the therapy for their feeling. That's a sign of comfort, that's a sign of progress from the depressive state that they were in initially. And it also can be an indicator of conflict because many people voice through humor their conflicts and their problems, which is the next thing we're going to talk about. After being informed about the effect which humor can have on physical illness, I will now explain how many people subconsciously use humor as a coping mechanism. Social media contains frequent examples of people using humor to cope with their personal problems. Depression memes are widely shared and related to in social media, the first surfacing in 2012, according to Lily Leaf, an English sophomore and journalist. These memes help people to comfortably talk to other people about their problems without making the situation too morbid, because in this way they keep humor in the conversation and still allow others to relate to them without it being too serious or coming off as a cry for help or attention seeking. It also shows, the surfacing of these memes also helps to show that mental health is a bigger issue than previously thought. Many people think that the field of mental health needs to be expanded, which is true, but many people don't see why. But when these memes are shared and broadcasted by many people, it becomes very clear that it's a serious issue that people all over the world and all over the country suffer from. It serves as a form of comfort for all those people as well, because when they themselves see that other people are suffering as well and they know that they're not alone, it comforts them because misery loves company. And it's nice to be able to relate to people and know that you're not alone in a struggle. It's also widely believed that Generation Z is just a very desensitized generation due to the harsh and deteriorating, depressing world and environment that they have grown up in. Dark humor is now the prominent form of humor, apparently, across the internet, as Generation Z takes the internet by storm and continues to post millions of depressing memes, which also falls into the dark humor, every day. Posting a meme of someone pretending to jump in front of a train and saying, "This is me," or "I wish this was me right now." Or another morbid picture with the caption, "Haha, I can relate," tends to help those suffering because there's humor in it. It's funny. Relating to a picture and making it a meme relieves the stress and the tension. It makes it easier to talk about because everyone starts commenting, "Haha, same," and you feel like you're not alone. According to Time, more young people have been diagnosed with depression in Generation Z than any other generation. And I think that's pretty clear with the memes properly and appropriately named depression memes. Biologically and socially speaking, humor is one of the best and most effective ways for one to heal, as it affects more than just the sufferer and can leave a lasting impact on the sufferer's life. We have discussed how humor affects the body, when humor can help illnesses, and how many people are already subconsciously using humor as a method to cope. If you have been feeling as if you need something to help alleviate your stress or emotional or physical pain, you can now try laughing with a friend or cracking a joke to see if it makes you feel any better. Now remember, if you're feeling down and need to open up, sometimes a dark joke and a little laughter can be the best medicine for a quick and easy fix.